Do you sometimes think that maybe text messaging like WhatsApp, or maybe Facebook, or maybe the internet in general is destroying your language? That maybe young people today don't know how to spell, and they use strange abbreviations, or they use symbols like emoticons. For example, something like this. This says, "May I see you home, my dear?" Probably you think this is a modern problem, maybe since the invention of the internet, or since the invention maybe of text messaging on mobile phones. But what if I told you that this is a business card from 1860? Using symbols and letters to represent sounds like this is called rebus, and it has been around for a very long time. Not hundreds, but thousands of years. Some of the first people to write like this were the Egyptians. So next time you think that text messaging or the internet is destroying your language, think again. Hello and welcome to Kangaroo English. I'm Christian, and today I am going to explain all of the verbal tenses in English. Today I'm not feeling fantastic. I think maybe I have the beginning of the flu, but I have three things to help me. I have paracetamol, I have ibuprofen, and I have aguardiente. A lot of people ask me to explain the verbal tenses in English. What's the difference between past simple and present perfect, and when do you use future continuous? So today I am going to explain all of the verbal tenses in English using time. So I am going to show you the 12 verbal tenses in English using this timeline, okay? So we have the past, the present, and the future. Each of these times, okay, past, present, and future, has four forms, okay? We have the simple, the continuous, the perfect, and the perfect continuous. The first one that I want to talk about is the present simple. So where is the present simple? Well, actually, the present simple is not on this timeline, okay? The present simple is independent of the timeline, disconnected from time, because the present simple is something which is always true, okay? Like, I am Christian, I am Australian, I am a teacher. Okay? And these things are atemporal. They are always true. The sky is blue. Okay? And we also use present simple for things that repeat, for habits, because they are something which is true. Every Tuesday I go to the gym. They are facts. Now the present continuous. The present continuous is here. Okay? And you will notice that I don't draw it as a point, okay, a moment. I draw it as a period of time, okay? And this is something important to understand, that when we use the continuous tenses, we are talking about a period of time, okay? And not specific moments. So this is the present continuous. It is an action, an event, something happening in a period of time that includes now. Okay, so the present is included in this period of time. It could be right now, like I am recording a class for YouTube, I am speaking English. Or it could be a longer period of time that includes now. Like, for example, the English language is evolving. This is a big period of time, okay? Or the climate is changing. It could be right now or a longer period, okay? Present continuous. The next one is the present perfect. And when you're learning English, this can be very confusing, the difference between the present perfect and the past simple, okay? And the present perfect has a bad name because in reality, the present perfect is not a present tense. The present perfect is always an action that has happened in the past, okay? So it lives here. Okay? Now, you can see that I have put a question mark, okay? Why? Because something important about the present perfect is that we don't specify exactly when the action happened, okay? But it is strongly related to now. Okay? So, a non-specific time, strongly related to now. Okay? So, if we are talking about Italy, having a conversation about Italy, then I could say, I have been to Italy. I'm not saying when, I'm not saying if I've been to Italy 2 weeks ago, or last year, or 10 years ago, okay? I'm not specifying the time. That's why I have a question mark. But it's related to now because we are talking about Italy. The next one is the present perfect continuous, okay? And remember, I told you at the beginning that continuous tenses talk about periods of time, okay? So the present perfect continuous is to talk about an action in the past, but that is continuing until now, okay? So again, I don't know exactly when the action started. You can see that it continues until now, until the present. Okay? And this is important. So imagine that you come to my house and I am sweating a lot. And you say, Christian, why are you sweating? And I say, because I have been running. Okay? So we're talking about a period of time that is continuing until this moment. I have been running. Okay? Now let's talk about past tenses. Okay? So first, the past simple. Okay? The past simple are actions which are in the past at specific times. Okay? And this is important. So, at 2 o'clock, I went to the supermarket. You can see that they are specific moments and they are finished. Okay? They don't continue until now. They have no relation with now. And they are to talk about contained, finished actions. The next one is past continuous. And we know that the past continuous is a period of time in the past, right? Okay? Inside this past continuous, we could put specific moments in the past simple. Here and here. Okay? So for example, past continuous. I was driving my car when, past simple, I saw my friend and I said hello. So you can see that we have this continuous action, this period of time using the past continuous, and moments of the past simple inside. Now the past perfect. So the past perfect is strange because it only exists in relation to other past tenses. Okay? So it's impossible to say, use the past perfect at this moment, or use the past perfect when you are talking about this. No. It exists in relation to other past tenses. So for example, if I have the past continuous, or maybe some actions in the past simple, if I want to talk about something before this, I must use past perfect. Okay? This is past perfect. You can see that it is before other past tenses. And again, you can see that I use a question mark because the perfect tenses have no specific time. Okay? If we want to specify a time, like at 2 o'clock, yesterday, 3 weeks ago, then we have to use another verbal tense. The perfect tenses, we don't know. So let's imagine a situation, okay? So, here past continuous. I was driving my car when I saw my friend. And now before this, so my friend had eaten lunch. So this is before, not a specific time. We don't know when, but it's before. Now, past perfect continuous is similar to present perfect continuous because, remember, we're talking about a period of time, and also a period of time that finishes just before the next action. Look. Okay? In present perfect continuous, it finishes at the present. Okay? But in past perfect continuous, it finishes at the past. So, I was driving my car, okay? I saw my friend. He had been walking all day. So at this moment, okay, you can see they are joined together, okay? At this moment, the action was still continuing, okay? When I saw my friend, he was continuing to walk. So now let's talk about the future. So future simple, similar to past simple, is a moment, okay? A finished action, a contained action in the future. This is future simple. Tomorrow I will eat pizza. And remember that in English, there is no difference between going to and will. Don't listen to your stupid textbooks, okay? Will and going to are the same. The next one is the future continuous, okay? And we know that continuous tenses are periods of time, okay? So here is our future continuous. Tomorrow I will be eating pizza. So I'm imagining in the future a period of time. And in the continuous, I can put some future simple actions. Like tomorrow I will be eating pizza. And my friend will call. And I will say hello. Future perfect. And again, the future perfect is dependent, okay, on another verbal tense. It doesn't exist on its own, okay? So let's imagine we have future continuous, okay? I will be eating pizza, and I will, or my friend will call, okay? But now we want to talk about something before this, okay? It's the future, okay? It's still the future, but it's in relation to this. It's before this, okay? So again, because it's a perfect tense, we don't have a specific time, okay? All we know is that it is before these events, okay? So, tomorrow I will be eating pizza, and my friend will call. He will have eaten pizza already. So I know that here, in this period, I don't know when, my friend will have eaten pizza. And finally, the future perfect continuous, okay? So again, similar to past perfect continuous, it means that we are talking about an action, a period that is finishing at the moment, okay? So this is future continuous. I will be eating pizza. Future simple. My friend will call. And here I can say he will have been eating his pizza, which means that he will be eating pizza until this moment here. Okay? The action is continuing until the start of the next action. I need to say that, of course, it's impossible to show all the complexities and technicalities of English verbal tenses using a simple timeline. But I think that this will give you a really good foundation to understanding, when and why we use English tenses when we do. Well, hopefully you found that interesting. If you would like to see any more classes about the English language, then don't forget to don't forget to subscribe. I'm Christian. This is Kangaroo English. I'll see you in class. Bye.